Welcome back. There seems to be a temporary truce between the central government and Mamata Banrerjee. The centre's interministerial team in West Bengal has finally been allowed to move out of the BSF headquarters to make an on-the-spot assessment of the situation, that's the COVID situation, in the state. This development is coming after the Ministry of Home Affairs fired a second letter to Mamata Banrerjee directing her to allow the teams to function under the purview of the Disaster Management Act. Now, Mamata Banrerjee, as you know, had earlier blocked the teams, saying that the centre had not provided any reason as to why they were being deployed in the state.
None of the other states have responded the way you have. Why is the state of Bengal on this path of confrontation with the centre on an issue of public health emergency?
You've sent the interministerial to a district, Kalimpong. The last corona case in Kalimpong was on the 2nd of April. Last 17-18 days, no corona case. Ministry of Health even last few days ago said no corona case Kalimpong. Then you sent it to Jalpaiguri. Why Jalpaiguri? April 4th was the last case in Jalpaiguri. Last 2 weeks, Jalpaiguri has been cleared. Darjeeling is the third district you sent. You know, so if you want to send, there has to be some logic. Why haven't you sent to Gujarat? Why haven't you sent to Tamil Nadu? What is so? Gujarat, there are 1,600 cases with 5 hotspots. Tamil Nadu, 22 hotspots, 1,400 cases. Uttar Pradesh, 9 hotspots, and I can carry on 1,200 cases. The point is, we want to cooperate. We want to cooperate. But you don't send your central team. They land in Calcutta at 10 o'clock in the morning. Nobody's informed. 1 p.m., the Home Minister calls the Chief Minister. What is this? We are still in a federalism. The last time I checked the Constitution.
Let me go straight across to Shugata Mukhopadhyay, who is joining us live this morning from Kolkata. Shugata, should we assume that there has been a temporary truce as far as West Bengal and the central government is concerned? Also, another quick question to you. Will this central team, hi Vinaya, good morning, good to see you as well. Will this central team be allowed just in Calcutta or in other parts of the state as well?
Well, Shreya, to answer your first question, there certainly seems to be a certain, break in the deadlock that persisted yesterday, at least, for the larger part of the day yesterday. There were back-to-back meetings that had taken place between the central team, Mr. Apurva Chandra, the additional secretary of the Ministry of Defence, who's heading the central team, which has come to Kolkata. Has had 2 back-to-back meetings with the Chief Secretary of West Bengal, Rajiv Asena. First, the day before, when he landed at Novanno, the State Secretariat, where he met the Chief Secretary. And then second meeting that took place yesterday in the afternoon at the BSF Eastern Command headquarters, where the central team was staying put since morning. And after that meeting, a couple ended, we saw that central team actually took off. They left the place where they were staying put and moved around in Kolkata for a good 1.5 hours in southern parts of the city, various parts of South Kolkata that was taken. There were 2 state government officers, Mr. Shujit Chakraborty of an assistant commissioner of the anti-rowdy section of Kolkata Police in Lal Bazar, was escorting the team, the central team led by Mr. Apurva Chandra, which went around the city for about a good 1.5 hours. There were no instances of breaking of the lockdown protocol, because I was part of that convoy. I was tailing that group for the entire period of time. The convoy did not stop anywhere. It moved around at various parts of the city. There was complete lockdown in the parts of the city which the team visited yesterday, at least, and then went back into their BSF headquarters again. In the evening. Later, the state government, the Chief Secretary Rajiv Asena has also sent a letter to the union government, now saying that there would be all kinds of cooperation that would be extended to the central team. We do know that the team in North Bengal, who are staying put at the SSP headquarters in Shiliguri, have not moved out of their location yesterday. But it seems now that since the ice has been broken, it seems that both the teams will now also be visiting other parts of Kolkata as well, and the districts which the central team had intended on visiting, while coming to Kolkata even before they landed over there.
Let me quickly go across to Arunima, who's tracking the MHA for us on the story. Arunima, all's well that ends well. I'm assuming a temporary truce is finally in place between Mamata Banrerjee and the central government, as Shugato is pointing out.
Temporary is the word I would underline here. Till the time the teams actually come back and give their feedback, I really don't know if all is well between the Ministry of Home Affairs and the West Bengal government. But I think the two bureaucrats here, the Union Home Secretary and the Bengal Chief Secretary, have decided to make it work as much as possible and leave the politics to the politicians. Chief Secretary has assured that there was no deliberate intent to mislead the IMCT. What he has said is that because we were not given enough time, we couldn't prepare. But now we are going to extend whatever help is required. And even before the letter came out, Shogato did show us the visuals yesterday while he was tailing the team, that how they went around. Now, if they are allowed to do that today, also I think they'll be back very soon. And then we will know what is the feedback that has been given. The team in Maharashtra, we are told, has already given the feedback, and most of it the state government has agreed to implement. Bengal will be interesting to note whether they will accept whatever recommendation goes from the centre.
All right. Thank you very much, Arunima. We'll leave it there for the moment. You've just spoken about Maharashtra. Let's quickly talk about Mumbai as well. In Mumbai, the number of containment zones has gone up to 813 now. The latest update coming in is that Minister Jitendra Awad has been hospitalized, and a police personnel posted at the Chief Minister's bungalow has tested positive. The total number of cases in Maharashtra has crossed the 5,000 mark. Let me go straight across to Vinaya, who's standing by with more details. Vinaya, this is a bit of a scare if a security personnel in the Chief Minister's bungalow tests positive. What does that mean? Does that mean that the Chief Minister, his entire staff will be going in for testing as well, possibly quarantine?
Well, fortunately, the person who has tested positive is a police personnel who was posted at the official bungalow of Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray. Now, Uddhav Thackeray resides in his personal bungalow in Bandra. He does not reside in the official bungalow Varsha at Malabar Hill, and that is why he uses this bungalow very sporadically in order to hold official meetings. So officials tell us that it is very unlikely that the Chief Minister himself or any of his close staff might have come in contact. Having said that, the police personnel from the Paidhoni police station who are placed in that on duty on that bungalow have been tested as a preventive measure already. 9 police personnel who were in touch with this woman police person who has tested positive have already been quarantined. The officials say that right now it does not look to be much of a scare, considering also that Uddhav Thackeray himself does not use this bungalow quite regularly. But having said that, the situation in Mumbai continues to be quite worrying, because out of the over 5,000 cases that Maharashtra has seen, almost 3,500, that's Mumbai stands at 3,451 at this point, come from the city, and that is why the number of cases going on. We have also seen the rise in containment zones. We have seen how the central team that came to Maharashtra for visit has also noted that they're not happy with the rollback of the restrictions that were imposed in both Mumbai and Pune. And that is why we have seen that the state government also issued an order yesterday clamping down more restrictions on Mumbai metropolitan region as well as Pune metropolitan region, saying that the number of cases were consistently going up. The central team has also said that more medical facilities need to be provided in the hospitals here, though it has appreciated the government's efforts in Varli Koliwada, one of the worst affected slum clusters in Maharashtra, in Mumbai, which have seen maximum number of cases really. Now the focus is going to be on Dharavi. We are being told that the team will visit Dharavi today.